Christmas feeling. Bring a spirit that fills my heart with joy. True Christ, mankind.
Just before I go, I want to say big good evening to the wonderful folks at Caribbean Alliance. Do just like all of us at DBS and give them a call. I know I set up. Dean, have you given? Yes. Dean shake his head already. Dean know the question I'm going to ask him. He know I'm going to ask him whether or not he has called the good folks at Caribbean Alliance. And Dean giving me the thumbs up in yes. Be just like Dean, people. Give the good folks at Caribbean Alliance a call, all right? The news comes up next, but just before we cross over to the news, I want to say a beautiful good evening to the wonderful folks at La Falaise.
La Falaise Medical Laboratory, my preferred choice for professional and confidential medical laboratory services. La Falaise provides results for all medical tests. If it can't be done there, they will facilitate it through their international partners. Their main office in Roseau is open from 7:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. Mondays to Fridays and 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturdays. Home visits and emergency services are also available. Call 448-0100, WhatsApp 276-5213 or visit any of their other locations. Picard in Portsmouth, Mondays to Fridays, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Marigot, Mondays and Wednesdays, 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Or Grande, every first and third Thursday, 8 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. La Falaise Medical Laboratory, my choice, your choice, our choice.
Fair and balanced, unbiased and clear, concise and accurate. This is the DBS Evening News. Here now is your presenter with the headlines.
In the headlines, the Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit announced his plans to make Marigot Fisheries Complex into an official port. In news from the region, multi-agency partnership launched to strengthen Jamaica's hurricane recovery. And internationally, Belgium still resists EU plan to fund Ukraine with foreign Russian assets. Good evening, I am Leila Langford. Details of the news when we return.
This Christmas, Flow is making the season merrier when you add postpaid to internet. Unwrap a new smartphone for only $10. Plus, we're giving you 35% off your mobile bill and win even more goodies with our Spin the Wheel Christmas promotion. This Christmas, the rewards are on us. Add postpaid to your internet plan today in-store or visit discoverflow.co for more info. Terms and conditions apply. Flow, we keep your Christmas rhythm flowing.
DBS News.
Welcome back and welcome to the listeners of Acoustic Worship Radio. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit has indicated plans for the establishment of the Marigot Fisheries Complex as an official port in the northern part of the island. The Prime Minister made this announcement during a tour of the upcoming Northern Road Improvement Project on Tuesday. Mr. Skerrit says discussions will take place with residents of Marigot before any official announcement is made regarding this new development.
This road is a major artery, and of course, communication is crucial. And I think if we can enhance the road safety, the quality of the road, we can help reduce the time to travel from the airport to Portsmouth, and that will make a huge difference in the lives of everyone concerned. So I want to say to the MP for Marigot that we are giving consideration, for example, to declare the Marigot, the fisheries complex, the port, as an official port. And so I'll be meeting the people of Marigot next week so we can discuss the next steps of this. But certainly very soon the government will make a public announcement on this, a more formal announcement on this, so that we can enhance the trade between the French islands and Marigot and to create more increased economic opportunities for the folks in North Dominica. So this is going to be huge. With the airport there, and of course the hotels that we're building, the marina is going to increase because you're going to see more and more private jets landing in Dominica, and people want to commute from the airport in a shorter distance and less hassle, etc. So it's a huge benefit.
Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit. Parliamentary representative for the Roseau Valley, Dr. Irvin McIntyre, says the series of major capital projects underway in his constituency are already creating significant economic benefits and are poised to transform not just the Roseau Valley but the entire country. Responding to questions about the impact of developments such as the construction of a hotel in the Roseau Valley, the cable car project, and the geothermal power plant project, Dr. McIntyre said employment in the area has increased. He described the projects as significant drivers of income for families and a boost to local economic activity.
Well, the truth is, so far, it has a significant impact in terms of employment. So from the whole economic aspect of it and what it lends to the Roseau Valley, it's a lot. But it goes beyond this, so we're actually thinking more of what's going to happen next. So you can imagine when all these major projects start to function, it's just going to be so much more economic activity going on in the Roseau Valley. And let alone just jobs and people getting salaries is what else can augment and, just to make it even a more foolproof thing. So what you talk about the restaurants, you talk about the agricultural part, you talk about the entertainment part, it's just so many things that are associated with the hotel, with the cable car, and with the geothermal, as I mentioned, all the jobs. It's a lot. It's a lot for the Roseau Valley. But it's more than just the Roseau Valley, as the Prime Minister said. These are national projects, so they're going to actually benefit the entire country, if you were to ask me.
Parliamentary representative for the Roseau Valley, Dr. Irvin McIntyre. Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit says he is pleased with the ongoing progress of the Dominica geothermal project, describing the latest development as satisfactory and on track to meet the targeted deadlines. The Prime Minister led a site visit to the power plant in the Roseau Valley on Tuesday, where he received updates from project officials on the installation of key components and the remaining phases of construction. According to Prime Minister Skerrit, work is proceeding according to schedule.
Well, first of all, I'm very happy with the progress, and obviously we're on schedule for end of February transmission to Dominic, so that Dominic can get it onto to our individual homes and businesses. I want first of all to recognize the leadership and the guidance of the Minister for Energy, Dr. Henderson, on this project over an extended period of time. So we credit a lot of what's happened to his guidance and his consistency. And of course to the geothermal company Dominica and a lot of the technical people there led by Mr. Fred John, who has provided great leadership and technical skills and advice over an extended period of time as well. And of course to OMAT, who we have had a very good relationship with. You can see the professional work that they've done. So far they've been good partners. We look forward to working with them over the next 25 years or so during the operation of this plant.
Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit. The Prime Minister noted that the project remains a priority for the government as part of Dominica's transition to cleaner and more affordable energy. The geothermal facility is expected to significantly reduce the island's dependency on imported fossil fuels once operational.
From a broader policy standpoint, we recognize that the greatest cost to citizens and businesses is energy. Our heavy reliance on fossil fuel, you have to pass on the price of fossil fuel, diesel, to the consumers. And of course that comes with all kinds of attendant challenges that have to be passed on now to the consumers. And we have recognized that one of the ways to try to reduce on the burden of high electricity rates to business places and to domestic consumers is to go the geothermal route. And this is why we remain committed to it, because we believe ultimately that is what will happen. Obviously, this is a start of a 10 megawatt plant, and you can see the extent of the operations here. I believe the plan of the government, the vision of the government is to, by 2030, be reliant on renewable energy sources for our citizens, thereby further reducing on the cost of energy, in increasing the opportunities, improving the opportunities for investments, reducing the cost of businesses, reducing the cost to domestic consumers, all in an effort to keep more money in people's pockets. And this is the vision of the country as part of the dynamic Dominica. And of course, these things tied with all of the other things we're doing, whether it's in education, in agriculture, in tourism, in major infrastructural projects like International Airport. All of these things is to create sustainable jobs in the economy, permanent jobs, better paying jobs for the young people of the country, great opportunities.
Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit. Meantime, Energy Minister Dr. Vince Henderson also expressed satisfaction with the progress of works on the power plant from the OMAT team.
Well, we're very satisfied so far. OMAT has been an excellent partner. We've had no difficulties. We, of course, as would in any case of contracts, can be complicated, so we may have disagreements over points, but I think so far they have turned out to be really good partners. As a private-public partnership arrangement, that we are responsible for one part of the project, that is the transmission, and they're responsible for the plant. I think so far we have interfaced well, and Dominic has been a very reliable partner in helping to facilitate things. So far, I think all parties are playing their role, and this is why we are seeing a completion date that is pretty much what we signed up for. We are looking at the end of 2025, and we just moved 2 months into 2026, which is by the end of February. So that to me is good for such a complex project. You see the amount of parts that have to be put together, and it's not easy getting things. You could see the parts and wonder how did they get here, because you have components that are about 60 feet long and about 20 tons. So to actually get this done, and the good news is that most of that, if not all, was done by local truckers, crane operators, bringing all of this equipment from the port onto the site, and a lot of local workers here getting this done. So it's been really a good exercise for us, and to prove that we can do difficult, complex things in Dominica. So I'm very happy.
Energy Minister Dr. Vince Henderson. In other news, the Integrity Commission is to hold an ecumenical service and awards ceremony on Monday to commemorate International Anti-Corruption Day. The ecumenical service and awards ceremony at the Methodist Church in Roseau will be held under the distinguished patronage of Minister for National Security Reuben Blackmore. The Integrity Commission says the significant day serves as a powerful reminder of our collective responsibility to promote integrity, transparency, and good governance. The Commission notes that as people of faith and conscience, we reaffirm the moral imperative to stand up for justice and honesty. The event will feature an award ceremony during which Her Excellency the President, Mrs. Sylvanie Burton, will confer compliance awards upon persons in public life who have demonstrated unwavering commitment, dedication, and consistent annual compliance with the Integrity in Public Office Act. The recipients are among the longest-serving declarants whose diligence and respect for the process have remained steadfast year after year. The ecumenical service and award ceremony of the Integrity Commission will be held on Monday at 10 o'clock in the morning. Chief Executive Officer of the Dominica International Airport Development Company, Samuel Johnson, says plans are on course to develop or to deliver the facility to government in 2027. Mr. Johnson told the Talking Tourism program this morning that the landside facilities under construction are progressing ahead of schedule.
Actually, we've completed the foundation works for most of the buildings already. So if you were to come to the site, you would see the terminal foundation works is complete and backfilled. A lot of the steel is coming in because for the terminal. If everything goes well, we should have a basic structure up by March of next year. And by this time next year, if we stick on schedule and barring any unforeseen circumstances, we should have most of the landside buildings up by this time next year. And then a key piece that has happened, and is probably now a distant memory, is the relocation of property owners in the area. So the whole Joe Burton development, that all had to be done to facilitate the relocation of of individuals impacted. A key feature that's on the way as we speak is the construction of a tunnel running underneath the runway. Because when we did the assessment, there were two options that were being looked. Either a road going around the airport. And now keep in mind that this is would be a national road, and the main connection between Marigot and Wesley, or leaving the airport going to Portsmouth, would have to go through that area. So it was determined that the tunnel would probably be the most expedient and probably the least impactful in terms of the community and the amount of inconvenience that the community would face.
Chief Executive Officer of the Dominica International Airport Development Company, Samuel Johnson. Coordinator of the digital economy, Robert Tong, is urging business owners across Dominica to strengthen their online defenses as the Caribbean Digital Transformation Project will host a hands-on cybersecurity seminar tomorrow at the Goodwill Parish Hall. The initiative by the Caribbean Digital Transformation Project comes amid a rise in cyber incidents across the region. The seminar gets underway from 9 a.m.
As part of cybersecurity awareness, the Caribbean and Digital Transformation Project invites all small, medium, and large business owners and managers to attend the hands-on cybersecurity seminar on Thursday, December 4th, 2025, this Thursday, at the Goodwill Parish Hall. Cyber incidents are becoming more common across the region, and even the simplest mistake, an unexpected email, a fake link, or a staff member's oversight can interrupt operations or expose sensitive information. This seminar will give you practical, easy-to-apply guidance to strengthen your business, protect your finances, and keep your customers' data safe. Why attend? Learn how to spot and prevent the most common cyber threats. Get expert advice to protect your business, staff, and customers. Understand simple policies every business should have. Hear real examples affecting businesses just like yours. Sign up at the event at the Goodwill Parish Hall at 9 a.m. this Thursday, 4th of December. Join us and take proactive steps to safeguard your business in today's digital environment.
Coordinator of the digital economy, Robert Tong. That's the national focus, regional and international developments up next.
This Christmas, Flo's making the season merrier when you add postpaid to internet. Unwrap a new smartphone for only $10. Plus, we're giving you 35% off your mobile bill and win even more goodies with our Spin the Wheel Christmas promotion. This Christmas, the rewards are on us. Add postpaid to your internet plan today in-store or visit discoverflow.co for more info. Terms and conditions apply. Flow, we keep your Christmas rhythm flowing.
DBS News.
In news from the region, a major coalition of international and local organizations have been formed to accelerate Jamaica's long-term recovery following the devastation caused by Category 5 Hurricane Melissa. Bridgepoint Foundation, the Jamaica Defense Force, Operation Blessing, Yucca Storm Foundation, World Vision USA, and Why Not International have officially partnered to restore heavily impacted communities and support families rebuilding their lives. The alliance brings together extensive experience in disaster relief, humanitarian assistance, logistics, and community development. And internationally, Belgium has rejected the European Commission's latest proposal to break the impasse over a plan to finance Ukraine with foreign Russian state assets held in Brussels. The Commission presented a legal package today offering two financial options to cover 90 billion euros of Ukraine's needs for 2026-2027. Belgium's Foreign Minister Maxime Prevot said the Commission's proposals do not address concerns in a satisfactory manner and accused Brussels of downplaying the legal and financial risk. The country's Prime Minister, Bart de Wever, has warned the plan would expose Belgium to lawsuits and potential financial collapse if Russia succeeds in future legal claims. And that's news, the DBS Evening Sports Report. Up next with Gavin Richards.
Covering the nation and beyond. DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
Well, good evening. I'm Gavin Richards with the DBS Evening Sports. Let's bowl off with cricket news, as the West Indies bowlers will have another job to do on the third day of the first test match with New Zealand if the West Indies are to get back into this encounter. Well, New Zealand took the honours yesterday, dominating day 2, and they have started off day 3 with a 96-run advantage. New Zealand, they're currently now 42 without loss. Devon Conway is unbeaten on 22. Tom Latham not out on 17. Last night, we saw the West Indies really collapse with the bat as they went from 90 for 2 to being all out for 167 in their first innings. We had Shea Hope getting 56, Tejnarayan Chandapal 52. There was a 5-wicket haul for Jacob Duffy as he picked up 5 for 34. So let's recap the scores so far in the test match. Day 3, it's New Zealand 231 and 42 without loss. The West Indies 167 all out. New Zealand, they're now leading by 106 runs. Well, play got underway just a few moments ago, just about 20 minutes ago. Let's see if the West Indies can start to pull things back. Some more cricket news. Well, one regional cricket administrator does not believe that Cricket West Indies President Dr. Kishore Shaloo's political post should disqualify him from continuing as President of Cricket West Indies. Well, Dr. Shaloo was this week appointed as Minister for Tourism and Maritime Affairs in St. Vincent. The Trinidad and Tobago Cricket Board General Secretary Henry Chase, who is also an attorney by profession, is of the view that Shaloo's new political post does not automatically disqualify him. Chase says the memorandum and articles of association of Cricket West Indies does not appear to contain any specific clause that prohibits someone from simultaneously holding both positions. Chase stressed that unless a Cricket West Indies territorial boards adopt new rules preventing top executives from entering political office, Shaloo remains duly eligible to lead Cricket West Indies. Well, DBS Sports has learned that Cricket West Indies directors are scheduled to meet virtually next week, and the matter is expected to be discussed. Meanwhile, the International Cricket Council, the ICC, has long held on to the position that member nations must manage their affairs free from government interference in areas like team selection and administration. The ICC has even suspended member nations in the past for breaching this code. So obviously a development that we will have to follow as to whether or not Dr. Kishore Shaloo will continue as president of Cricket West Indies, having taken up a post in the Godwin Friday administration as a Minister for Tourism and Maritime Affairs. Let's stay with cricket news because President of the Wynwood Islands Cricket Board, Clement Masler, says the upcoming 23 and under series with Dominica and St. Lucia will help provide a platform for cricketers to showcase their skills. The series, which features a number of 50 overs and a three-day match, will get underway tomorrow at the Benjamin's Park. Well, Masler says the aim of the tournament is to help bridge a gap between the under-19 and the professional setup.
It is part of the developmental program that we have at the Windward Islands Cricket Board. We, as well, West Indies Cricket has also give funding for this program. It is one of the breeding grounds for new and upcoming talent, especially at the critical juncture of under 23, where you may have not been able to be captured from the under 19, but under 23 gives you also another opportunity to have a look in. Some players may be drafted out from that for further tournaments, especially at the senior level. So it is an opportunity to keep our players interested in the game and also offer them another opportunity.
And as president of the Windward Islands Cricket Board, Clement Masler says that the tournament could be moved to another venue if the weather poses any challenges.
We have concern as it relates to the inclement weather. Games are carried for the Benjamin's Park. However, we also have an alternate venue in case the weather causes some level of obstruction for play at that venue, that we could then transfer the games to a faster drying ground, which is the Botanic Gardens. But all in all, all plans are in place to ensure that we have a good cricket and that the tournament runs smoothly.
President of the Windward Islands Cricket Board, Clement Masler. Well, the Dominica 50 overs team is being captained by Stefan Pascal. The full team is Malachi Zave, Diony Roll, Rosinio Fontaine, Jed Joseph, Karen Phillip, Clemson Libla, Yawani Regis, Luvio Charles, CJ Charles, Delani Alexander, Darren Tusse, Neo Davis, Joel Dura, and Shokwan Tusse. Like we said, the tournament gets underway tomorrow with Dominica playing St. Lucia in a 50 overs match. Let's go to some cricket news further afield as Virat Kohli got another century, but Aiden Makram had the counter as South Africa pulled off an amazing run chase to beat India in the second one-day international this morning. India batted first and they posted 358 for 5 in their 50 overs. Gaikwad, he made 105. Virat Kohli, 102. His second century in the series and 53rd overall in his career. KL Rahul, he also added 66 not out. We had Marco Jansen, who got a 2 for 63 for South Africa. South Africa replied with a 362 for 6 in 49.2 overs, with Aiden Makram getting 110. South Africa won the match by 4 wickets.
Happy to have crossed the line. I think coming into this game, we were kind of thinking of how we could get better with the ball. I think with the ball, there's still conversations that we could have, but with the bat, definitely better stand up front with the top three, and then the partnership, Aiden, Matthew Bretzker carrying on with his form, and then Corbin Bosch showing a lot of maturity there, finishing off. So, yeah, better showing from us. Unbelievable game. I think it's a record chase, and I think it shows how well we need to play to come up against this Indian side.
And that's the South Africa captain, Temba Bavuma. The series is levelled at 1 game apiece. Still of cricket news further afield, the England captain Ben Stokes is hoping that his team can correct the mistakes from the first Ashes test with Australia as the two sides meet in the second Ashes starting tonight Caribbean time. Well, England lost the first match inside 2 days. The second Ashes is a day-night match starting from midnight tonight Caribbean time. Ben Stokes says while Australia has a good record with the pink ball, he's backing his side to deliver.
Look, they've got a great record in pink ball test cricket. We're just excited to get going, and hopefully we can get the win this week. We addressed last week, we assessed certain moments in that game, and we've definitely taken some lessons from last week. It's a chance for us this week to do what we want to do, which is to come here and win the Ashes.
And that's the England captain, Ben Stokes. Let's move to basketball news now. The Dr. Daru Prichler Sports Club Falcons centre, Karim Daniel, is hoping his exposure on the French circuit can open new doors in his career. The dominant big man is now playing in the French league in Guadeloupe. Daniel says the experience has been an eye-opener for him.
Well, I am currently playing for Borneo, and the team is a very exciting team. You know, we have a lot of energy, a lot of vibes, a lot of synergy, but we don't really have the chemistry to play with each other. But going forward, I'm looking for, you know, for us to have a better communication and chemistry with each other. But other than that, everything going well, man.
How has that move been like? I mean, how did that move first of all come about? How did you get scouted?
Well, I had a friend I knew from Granby. Yeah, we go way back, and then he tell me like he had a couple friends up there. They were interested in a player around my size and my skills. So like he asked me if I was interested. So then I get a little more information, and then I asked Yannick if it's a good vibes if I should go, and then we organize everything, organize dates, and yeah, we make it happen.
You dominated schools basketball, you're dominating force in our local basketball as well. So, you know, how do you think that move to Guadeloupe is going to help you even further develop as a player?
Well, as Dominica, we playing a more fundamental basketball, or more of head and IQ, but up there they playing more fast-paced, a lot of cardio, so it helped me a lot with my running and my cardio and getting my defense up and fast movements.
With the back and forth from Guadeloupe to Dominica, though, I'm sure that must be taking a toll on you in terms of the travel.
Yeah, it does. It's very tiring. To come out and play after 9, reaching home after 1, and I have to wake up for 5 o'clock in the morning to come back down. It does. It's very tiring. I still have to go to school. But I pull through, man.
So how have you been managed to manage, schoolwork and, of course, the semi-professional thing in Guadeloupe?
Well, when I go up, I just make my teachers send the work online. I just talk to them, tell them what's happening. So if they can send the work for me online, or I can do it in advance, I'll do it in advance. So I'll be clear for the week.
And that's the Dr. Daru Priestler Sports Club Falcon Center, Kareem Daniel. Meantime, their head coach, Yannick Regis, is seeking to become Dominica's first Level 1 basketball coach. Regis is down to participate in the Level 1 coaching course in St. Lucia this week. Regis says once fully qualified, he will be playing his part to help other coaches in a bid to improve the quality of basketball on the island.
I'm very thankful that I was selected to go to a coaching clinic in St. Lucia that I'll be participating in from the 4th to the 13th in hopes of getting my Level 1 coaching certificate. We currently do not have a coach on island with that Level 1 grade. So this is definitely a big move for the ABA, and we look to encourage more coaches to participate in that type of training, but definitely looking forward to myself becoming one of the first Dominicans to have that, and then take it to the next level where we can have this kind of training in Dominica so we can get more participation and so we can have more coaches trained in a proper way, and then we can have that type of education spread out within the other teams.
And that's the Dr. Daru Priestler Sports Club Falcons head coach Yannick Regis. Let's end it for domino item as Brutal Forces will be looking to secure second place in the Julius Timothy Independence Domino League as that tournament continues tomorrow. Brutal Forces can wrap up second place with victories in their 2 remaining matches.
The final round of matches will be played in the Julius Timothy Independent Domino League. On Thursday night, second place Brutal Forces will travel to Brantford to play Rosima White City. On Friday, non-players will meet Itasi in Vickers. And on Saturday, Roadbout meet Ferguson Woodford. NATO Full Effects will play West Coast Credit and Jerry Adrian Valiance in Monwachet. Baghdad will play Itasi Stars in Brantford. And 2 big matches will be played at Nicky's Bar to finish the league. That's when league champion Brigadier Stars from Peebush meet Brutal Forces on Granby, and Massey Square will play Badside. So Domino fans, the place to be this Saturday evening is at Nicky's Bar in Mao to see the best Domino League in 2025. Delvin Esprit reporting.
We say thanks to Delvin Esprit for that report. Of course, Brigadier Stars, they've already won the championship as they defeated Badside on the weekend. Well, that's a look at the DBS Evening Sports Report. Of course, you heard the news earlier on with Leila Langford. On behalf of the entire News and Sports Department, our links person, DJ Halo Boy, I'm Garvin Richards saying good evening. Of course, Off the Field comes up at 7 o'clock. So stay tuned to DBS Radio to find out what we're going to talk about.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins, and bidets. PVC piping, fittings, and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
And now, your Community Bulletin Board.